Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Taria Hodge. Welcome to the tutorial video training on the One Penny Marketing System. With the One Penny Marketing System, once it is strategically used, it could be a very powerful lead generating tool. And I know that's what we all want, right? We all want the opportunity to generate more leads or find out who our prospects are. So today, I'm going to cover four things in this tutorial video. I'm going to cover how to create your list, create and build your list, how to add and remove subscribers, how to import and export subscribers or current lists from a CSV file or an Excel spreadsheet, and how to send a broadcast message. Okay, so once again, the four things that I'm going to cover today is how to create a list in the Penny Marketing System, how to add and remove subscribers, how to import and export a current CSV file or Excel spreadsheet, and how to send a broadcast message. Okay, so without any further ado, let's get started. So I know you could take a look and see my screen, and what we're looking at is the dashboard of your WordPress website. So this is the back end of WordPress, and if you are looking at this, more than likely you have already had the Penny Marketing System installed onto your WordPress website. Okay, so if you take a look at the left hand toolbar, you will scroll down to where it says SMS list, and what we're going to do is create a list. Okay, now I'd like to say one important thing before we get started. I usually like to advise, when you name your list, you want to name your list in such a way so you would remember how people are entering onto your list. Okay, so you might want to name your list after an event, after a promotion, anything that would allow you to trigger your memory as to how people are entering onto your list. This is very important because it helps you tailor or cater your marketing messages to them. Okay, so for starters, if you're looking at this for the very first time, you would go to add new list. But for the sake of the example, I've already created a list, so I'm going to use my CRM manager list. Okay, so I'm just going to go right here and click on edit. Now, the first thing I would like you to do when you add your list is to create a keyword. Okay, so you want to create a keyword, and I'm going to use the keyword CRM, and then click on add. Okay, so once you've added your keyword, it will show right here. Okay, so you would know that keyword is associated with this list. The next step will be to select your telephone number. As you can see, I have multiple numbers with my Penny Marketing System. Okay, because I use it for multiple things. So you want to select which telephone number you would like to have associated with that list. Okay, so in the future, if you decide that you want to have multiple numbers, you could do that as well. Okay, all right, the next step would be to create your new subscriber message. Now, a new subscriber is someone who is texting the keyword to your number for the very first time. So normally you would want that person to receive a welcome message or a thank you message, a welcome greeting or a thank you message. Okay, so as you can see, I have here, thank you for registering to receive your free gift. I love gifts, so to receive your free gifts, click on the link below. What's neat about this system is that you could direct your prospect to a squeeze page or a landing page. Okay, now the squeeze page will allow you to collect more detailed information on the person who is entering onto your list. So for our VIP members, your Penny Marketing System comes with one free squeeze page. So you get a squeeze page included in your system as well. Okay, so this is where you could direct, once again, your prospects so you could collect more detailed information on them. Next, you see we have the current subscriber. your current subscriber is someone who has already texted the keyword to your number, but for some reason or the other, they're doing it again. So you want to, once again, acknowledge that they have texted the keyword for a second time or multiple times onto your list, and just thank them, for staying the course with you. You want to encourage them or thank them for their support, okay? And you could cater your message to suit your needs. Your resubscriber is someone who has opted out of your message and have texted the keyword again and entered back onto your list. So once again, you want to acknowledge that they have opted out of your list before and now they're re-entering your list, okay? So you could say something like, welcome back, glad to have you back, we've missed you, whatever you want that message to be. Now normally we have a stop message, and I usually don't put anything here because the neat thing about the system is that it has this message right here, text stop to cancel, and that message is added at the end of each one of these messages, okay? So for every message that you send out, it gives the subscriber or the prospect the opportunity to opt out of your list. So the system is compliant with FCC guidelines, okay? All right, now we're going to scroll down to the middle of the page, and I'm going to show you another thing that I really like about the system. It gives you the opportunity to have a voice greeting. So for those people who are not familiar with text messaging, or they don't have smartphones that allow text messaging, they could still receive your promotion by dialing or calling into the number, okay? So you could create your own text-to-speech greeting. So once they call that number, they could hear an automated message. Or you could create a voice recording, okay, with your own personalized audio message, and you could just upload that audio from your computer into the system, okay, by simply just clicking on the upload audio button. The system also gives you the opportunity to have your automated message played in a female's voice or a male's voice. And you could also select your language. So if you speak other languages other than English, you have a few options here, okay? Now also with the system, before you get ready to publish your message, you want to scroll down a little further, and it gives you the opportunity to receive notifications. So if you want to be notified via email or text message, you could check any of these boxes. So once a new subscriber enters your list, you could have the system notify you by email, or you could have it send you a text message to your personal cell phone, okay, or current subscriber, or even if someone is opting off your list and you want to be notified that someone is leaving your list, maybe you want to do a follow-up call, with them to find out why they're leaving, you could be notified with that as well, okay? And lastly, before you make your message ready, you have to select your users. Now I know some of you are very familiar with WordPress and have multiple users on your account. So you could enable which user you want these messages or lists to be assigned to by simply clicking on the box. So as you see here, I'm the only user on my account, so I'm the admin. So I click on the box that's called admin. Okay. So after you've set all your parameters, you will simply come up to the top and get ready to make your list active. Okay. Now before we go ahead and make the list active, I just want to point out to you, you have the option to make your list active now, or you could select a date in the future. So if you say you're working ahead and you're getting prepared and you don't wait until the last minute, like I know some of us do, to create your list, okay, and you don't want it to be active right away, you could select a specific date, okay, and time in the future that you would like your list to go active. But for the sake of this example, we're going to go ahead and make our list active now. So we'll just go ahead and click on the button. Okay, so once again, if I come out here, I will be able to see my list, and I have my list CRM manager. So now anyone who texts the word CRM to my number, okay, will automatically be added to my CRM manager list. So that's how it works. So okay, now next we're going to cover SMS subscribers. Okay, now the neat thing about this section, or SMS subscribers, you can manually add and remove subscribers from your list. Okay, so the first part I showed you, people could enter onto your list by texting a keyword to your number, or you could come into the system and add someone to your list manually. Okay, so we're going to take a look and see how that's done. So you would click on Add New. Okay, and then you could just select a telephone number that you would like to go ahead and add to your list. Okay, so I'm going to pull up my contacts, and it's sad that I don't remember anyone's number off the top of my head, but let's say we're going to go ahead and add a number to our list. Okay, and we could do this manually. You simply just type the number in. Make sure I get my space in there. You type the number in, and you could now select which list you would like to add that number to. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick with our theme, and I'm going to add that number to my CRM manager list. So I'm just going to simply click CRM manager and come over here and add publish. That's how quick, easy, and simple it is. Okay, now you could also remove subscribers from your list manually. Okay, so if you have someone that you would like to remove from your list manually, you simply come to your subscriber list, click on subscribers. Once again, you'll see the list of subscribers, and we're going to remove this person that I just added, this number that I just added to my list. We're going to go ahead and click on the number and select move to trash. Okay, and then that would delete the record or the number from our list. Okay, now another neat thing that's important about the SMS subscribers is you can import and export Excel spreadsheets or numbers off of Excel spreadsheets or CSV files. But another important thing to remember, this tool will only import and export the telephone numbers. It only collects the cell phone numbers, okay? So you won't be able to import any names or any email addresses, just the telephone numbers. So first what you'll do, you will select which list you would like to have the numbers imported to, and you click on your list, and you'll simply come over here to choose file and go into your files on your computer, select the files, and click on import. Now if you look down to the bottom, we also have export. Okay, and you might say to yourself, why would I want to export numbers from my penny marketing system? Well, what I found in the years of doing this marketing, it's all about saving and backing up your information. So exporting your list once again to a hard drive, or even just putting it in an Excel spreadsheet, is another form of backing up your list. Okay, so every now and again, probably every couple of months or so, you want to go ahead and export your numbers onto a file or onto a hard drive, so you could just keep your services backed up. Okay, so it's all about backing up everything. Okay, And really, SMS list is very, the SMS subscribers is very simple. So you could add and delete subscribers manually, and you could choose your import and export button to add list and export list out. Okay, and so that takes care of the SMS subscribers section. Okay, next we're going to cover how to send out a broadcast message through your penny marketing system. Okay, I know many of you are wondering, now that I've collected all of these wonderful telephone numbers and I have, prospects on my list, what do I do with the numbers, or how do I use these numbers that I have collected? Okay, so now that you've collected information, your data, your numbers on your prospects, and you have the things that they're interested in, you could now communicate with them via text message. So the system would also allow you to send out a broadcast message via, text. Just like how you would communicate via email through a broadcast, you could now do the same thing through text message. So we're going to come down to SMS messages, and we're going to click on new SMS message or new text message. Okay? And just like before, we're going to go ahead and name our message. So we're going to create a campaign or a message for a seminar on how to maintain an organic contact list. So I'm just going to name this organic list seminar. Okay? And right here, under where it says SMS broadcast, the text message body, that's the message that you want to send out to the people on your list or the prospects on your list. So I'm just going to go in here and say, join me as I, as I teach how to build an organic prospect list. I will share 10 strategies on how to build and maintain a healthy database. Okay, and you know me, like I said before, I like to receive gifts, so I'll just put a little incentive right here. The first 20 people to register will receive a free, and I like to capitalize, a free gift. Okay, there you go. So this is the message that will be sent out. Okay, you can join online or register. I should just put here the register information. Register at .abc.com. Okay, so wherever you want to direct them or whatever you want that message to be, you could text that right here in the text message body. Okay, now just as before in SMS list, you have the opportunity to send this message out in a voice greeting. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and copy and paste the message. Okay, so now if someone calls the number, okay, or actually if they're on the list, I apologize, if they're on the list and I'm sending this broadcast out, what would happen, they would receive a text message, and then they'll also get an audio recording. Okay, so if I put the information in the text to speech, the voice broadcast, it will call them and they would hear an automated replay of my message. Pretty neat, huh? So they, now have both ways that they could receive messages from you. Okay, and you scroll down to the bottom And just like before, you select the list that you want this message to be broadcast to. So once again, I want this message to go out to the participants or the prospects on my CRM manager list. So that's the list that I'm going to select. Okay? Once again, you do have to select the telephone number that you want that message to go out from. And as you can see, I have my 240 number that's dedicated to my CRM manager list. So I'll just go ahead and check on that number. And once again, the system gives me the opportunity to schedule when I want that message to go out. So once again, if you are the type, and I recommend that you do things in advance, you're always prepared, you could create your message in advance, and you could say that I don't want it to go out today, I want it to go out tomorrow, okay, at whatever time. But for the sake of the example, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave it here, and I'm just going to click on publish, and I'm not going to publish this because if I publish it, it's going to send out this message to everyone that I have on the list. Okay, so this is just a tutorial, so I really don't want them to get this message. Okay, but once you get ready to finalize your message, you just click on publish, and your message will be sent to your specifications, whether you want it to be sent right away or you pre-selected a date and time in the future. Okay, and that's pretty much it. That's the meat and potatoes of the Penny marketing system. I would like to thank you so much once again for joining on this tutorial.